Hello, this is Andrew Dudich at the Vermilion Regional Air Expo, and right now I'm talking with someone who's helping to restore a Messerschmitt, which is very interesting. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Steve Schultz.
And tell us a little bit about the exciting plane that you're helping to put back together.
Okay, I work with Midwest Aero Restoration, and a customer of ours who we rebuilt a P-51 Mustang for, acquired this Messerschmitt project and brought it to us to redo.
And they're very unusual because we had quite a few Mustangs survive, being on the Allied side, but some of the German aircraft didn't fare as well.
That's correct, but this airplane was actually brought down in 1944 in the war by flak, I think. I'm pretty sure it was flak. And the pilot landed it was in the wintertime, and landed on a frozen lake. And of course the Germans shot it up some more because they didn't want it to be used again, and so did we. And in the spring it sank to the bottom of this lake, and it was recovered in 1990, so it was in the lake that many years.
And so then with a plane down like that, how do you go about fixing all the different things that need to be fixed?
Well, it came in pieces, the wings, the fuselage, and the engine. And the fuselage was shipped back to Germany because there was a man over there that had the fixtures and equipment to do the fuselage. The engine was shipped to California. It's being rebuilt in California. And we are doing the rest of the airplane. And then when everything is finished, it'll be brought back to Midwest Aero. We will assemble the airplane and wire it and plumb it and ready to fly.
What are some of the complications or things that make it difficult in working on a foreign aircraft rather than one that was built in the U.S.?
For one thing, everything is metric. Everything is in millimeters. So we wanted to put it back to the original condition, so we actually had metric rivets manufactured, and not U.S. rivets. And we just take it apart. Every piece of the airplane is taken apart, drilled out, taken apart, and if it's usable, we clean it and repaint it. If it's not, we have to replicate it. So we make a lot of parts here at Midwest Aero, but some of the complex parts that need to be machined, we have to send out to be machined because we don't have a big enough machine shop to do that. But it will be completely restored from the original condition, yes.
What about the controls and meters and things like that?
That'll all be done, yes, here. Instruments have been rebuilt, or being rebuilt, and it's different because it's German. Everything is in German. All the instruments are German, but it's a very challenging and it's a fun project. It really is.
And there's not many of these planes in existence yet, especially ones that are going to be workable. And then what are the plans for this plane after it's restored? Do you know?
The owner plans to fly it. And this is a very rare airplane. I don't think there are any of this model in existence in the United States. I do believe there's one in England that's restored. I think it's in a museum. It has flown, but they pretty much keep it in a museum.
So this way he'll have one for each side so they can kind of compare to each other, like a Mustang and a Messerschmitt, where you can kind of compare how they fly and maneuver and that sort of thing.
Yes. The owner's actually was flown in the service, fighters in the service, so. But yeah, he flies his Mustang a lot. He's from Texas. He flies up here at least once a year. We do the annual inspection on it here, and yeah, he's anxious to get the project finished too, I'm sure.
It sounds excellent. And so far, when do you think the project will be completed?
Well, we're shooting for 2020, and so far we started January 2015, so a 5-year project, but it's quite involved, you know.
Well, there's a lot of parts to manufacture, and even things that were pre-existing, as you said, had been shot up, so there's going to be holes and other problems with being that old and making everything fit.
Right, we have to do all new skins on the airplane, new spars in it. A lot of the ribs we save and salvage, and there are good parts. Most of the steel parts we had to redo because of the rust. A lot of the aluminum survived very well in the water.
Well, it's been a lot of places, and we're really excited to have a project like that here in Danville.
Yes, very few people, even people in Danville, don't know what goes on out here at the airport.
Sometimes that's maybe better, huh?
Yes.
Like, it allows you guys to work a little easier in peace to get something as important as this all put back together for us here for future generations.
Sure. We welcome visitors, but yeah, it's a fun place to work too.
Well, thanks so much for speaking with me and sharing a little bit about the Messerschmitt project. This is Andrew Judich for WITY at the Vermilion Regional Air Expo.